with a little bit more shrink of the zone, as you can see from the mini-map.
Yep, seems like Boba is pretty much the first one to reach into the middle side of the zone. But as of now, Biryani has not reviewed their positions yet. But you can see Boba, they have a little bit of rough idea. They have Roro up top on top of the roof trying to scout this out. But they haven't exactly seen too much. But they have a rough idea where the rest of the members come in Biryani. So they are going to be lobbing a couple nades to check them out. Biryani laying low for a while. But they're looking for some sort of aggressive balls. We see a couple of domes already being lobbed here from side of Biryani. And they are going to back up a little bit more. But Yo-Yo taking advantage of the height once again. Zane still hasn't signed a right angle to fight with. But it is going to be pistols. And the zone is closing in. Biryani, they have to get out very, very soon.
RT Man now watching over flank. He knows that PRG Gamer might have that come around. Oh, Scythe now already tanking a little bit of damage already. But RT Man managing to heal himself back up. Here comes the glue walls as well, being popped here by Janlin. While Roro sees Zane moving all around, but he didn't really land a shot. Oh, great flank coming from Yo-Yo. He gets a double with a grenade.
Oh, great usage there. And Biryani, they're going to be zoned out as well. You can see time turner has been expanded. Zane is going to be tanking his way through. But out in over, he's getting crossfire from Yo-Yo and Roro. But he somehow managed to survive this. But at the same time, he's stuck in the little shack. He needs to heal up, but eventually gets caught out from Roro. Great double flank from on top of the roof. And Bobo was able to completely cut them off in their entry point.
And you just saw how impressive Zane managed to make a great run, pop that time turner in the nick of time, and still managing to take one down. If he had maybe another member to back him up, that could have been a turning point for the side of Biryani. But of course, the first pointer out here for round one has gone to the side of Boba. This is going to be a little bit more of a challenge inside of Cape Town. I guess teams are kind of familiar, but now they have a lot of compounds for them to play around with at the very least. They're going for long-range combat here with PRG, with the initial rounds already being shot at the side of Boba.
Look how quickly Boba has positioned himself. They're not afraid of taking shot as well. They just make sure they run all the way to the middle and try and get some sort of mid-control. And Jiangling is going to be the first one to reach in. But you can see Scythe, they're playing the safe approach. They're afraid of any sort of potential long-range snipes, which arguably in round number 2 is not possible.
And now that they can take it maybe a little bit slower, but when it shrinks all the way down to the middle, I think we will expect an all-out warfare. And PRG Gamer comes in with a beautiful shot. And the problem for Boba is that nobody's around RT Man, so I don't think that he'll be revived anytime soon. But there is a flank watch coming on, and PRG needing to actually hold on for now. Roro fends them off, but this should be very doable for Biryani still.
Oh, this is not looking good for Boba because initially they had the idea of trying to get up close and personal. They hope for the MP55s to actually punish them in this CQC combat. For Biryani, they like to play these long ranges. You can see Zaki actually getting tagged up pretty low. But like I said as well, MP5s versus a FAMAS long range, MP5 is gonna the FAMAS is gonna come up on top. However, Zaki in a very sticky situation. Trying to come in. You get the sprays here. It's gonna be A-okay. But as of now, Biryani, they still have the numbers. They still have the advantage. But Boba, can they abuse the fact that in a close quarter of combat, the MP5 is going to come out? Can they get any kind of knocks?
You just got to look out for Yo-Yo because he still have a few more grenades. They're going to be cooking it up to lob right inside of these compounds.
Oh,
and that's just them. It's a double for Yo-Yo. And this is the grenade that we've been talking about. Yo now going for a little bit of clash here. Roro does bring one more man down. And Boba, they manage to shut them apart. Now down to Zane as well. Saif can clutch it all out. It's an all-out push coming from Boba. It's their second in a row. What a clutch moment coming out of Yo-Yo.
What a big clutch. Like I said as well here, you know, Biryani, they had the numbers game. They can still win it, but the nade made things possible for Boba. And like I said as well, the MP5s are going to come over top in this kind of close quarter bomb bats. Whereas Biryani, they had a farmers early on, which initially I was questioning in my mind, hey, why would you get a farmers right early on unless you're playing long range, which they got the initial pick. So both teams have a very different approach in round number 2, but round number 3, this is where things get a little bit different. Everyone's got an economy. We're going to see a mix of MP5s and farmers, and this is going to be something that Boba once again is going to try and capitalize on the mid control. However, Biryani this time switching up strategies, they are going to take mid control a little bit more prioritized now compared to before, and you can see Safe already on top of the barn house in second floor.
Yeah, and of course, you gotta keep an eye out on some of these close combat shotgun plays that Zane can actually bring up as well. But maybe in the initial stages here, we won't really expect too much of that happening for the time being, especially when Biryani, they do have more of establishment coming into the center of the stage at the
Ooh.
moment. So when it comes down to this, maybe they just really got to dodge some of all these grenades. Keeping that time turner is going to be very vital just to protect yourself if ever the nade gets lobbed close by.
Pay attention to the minimap coming from Boba because the circle is not favoring them at all. But Jiang Ling, he's going for a wraparound, hoping to get some sort of pick off. If he gets that opening, that means Boba can immediately go for the push. But Jiang Ling, he's tanking the zone. Is that the right vessel choice here? But he gets scouted out. That's not going to look good for him because as of now, Yo-Yo, they try to make some sort of play happen, but they are stuck outside the zone. And Briani, they're going to completely flush them out. They take down RT Man. It's going to be a massacre, but the rest comes in. Is it going to be enough? The zone is going to come in, but the second blue walls are coming in as well to try and go for a reset. And they get the trade-off. Zac gets taken off, but the nade, it looks good. And it gets caught off. That's going to be a massive one from Yo-Yo once again. And the finish on top of that is going to be 2v2. And they got Syaf from Roro. And they are going to go for the final hunt. It's a 2v1. And just like that, Briani gets taken out. What an outplay coming from Boba. Wow.
Then, although they were being out in the open here, bringing all the glue walls, and Briani was feeling kind of safe into the compound, but little did they know, the moment that they're healing off, there is a slight moment that they can pop that grenade over the top, and PRG caught off guard there, didn't really expect where exactly he could actually go because the circle was already chipping towards the back. He couldn't possibly have dodged that without tanking damage unless if he jumps off the window. Now we're going in towards the clock tower rounds, and Briani possibly will be able to actually hold a lot better from the higher grounds.
Oh my goodness.
Once again, Roro, Yo-Yo, these guys are just lethal when you give them any sort of grenades. Then now, with a little bit more of being clustered up, Gentlin goes with the opener against PRG.
Yep, Jiang Ling here going to be chipping away at the dome, making sure that Pro Gamer cannot actually abuse it as well. PRG Gamer, in this case, he's going to get topped up. Miswap. Boba is going to have full map control. You can see they're so fearless in taking map controls, whereas RT Man looking for a massive flank, but it seems like he is going to get scouted out. I can see Syaf already going to go for the challenge here. It's going to be a 1v1 battle coming from the sides. RT Man forced up 2 glue walls coming from Syaf, and he's going to back out. And he's going to make him waste his utilities all for nothing. As you can see, Boba, they're trapped down below, and Briani having the high ground vantage, and they don't exactly have any sort of openings yet.
I think it's still very much of a smart play being brought out by members inside of Boba. They have a little bit of a slight edge on some of the priorities because of the way that they want to go for flank, but unfortunately, RT Man now getting picked upon. So Zaki's going to be the next one that gets picked on, and it's pretty much even up to 3 apiece.
Yep, 3v3 situation. Briani gonna be inside the zone, and Boba, they pretty much solidify on the side. The Aurora gets caught up from Syaf, a big flank coming from him.
Oh!
It's gonna be 3v2, but the nades almost clips him off. The glue wall saves his life. Jiang Ling gets flushes in as well. Roro gets picked up. It's gonna be a 3v2 situation. Roro, he needs to go in for the heal up. Yo-Yo is gonna try and go for the suppress fires. He's challenging the members coming Briani. He's coming on top, but the turner, his dome is gonna finish off very soon here. He goes for a couple of jukes in, and you can see the sprays coming. And glue wall clutches again, and Yo-Yo still alive. He's stuck in the side. He's gonna get flushed in, and Briani takes one finally back against Boba. A massive play coming from Syaf from the sides.
This might just be the moment that they have been waiting for that momentum to come right by. Now they push into round number 5. Zane coming in with 2 clutch kills. And now we are visiting Mars Electric in Bermuda. So that's where, you know, there's so many flat grounds out there in the open to be played out. That's where long range is the name of the game. They're bringing double FAMAS for Briani. 6 nades to be expended by the side of Boba for now, but the middle warehouse is where they want to take the fight.
Oh, interesting play coming from Briani here. They've got double MP5s as well as double FAMASs here. They're going to be splitting 2-2 in this kind of situations, whereas Boba, they're still looking for this kind of close-up personal fights again. But will they be able to get the opening here? Because Roro is looking for a massive nade. It looks good! Oh!
A little bit short, I think.
Okay, a little bit short, I guess. It's close, it's close. It looks good, but a little bit short.
They didn't attempt whatsoever, but Syaf, he's also doing a little bit of the same flank as well. So this is going to be them on that Overwatch while RT Man has already soaked a little damage. Same goes to the side of Zane. Has to be able to actually heal up. Roro now trying to recuperate, although he only took a few bullets, but better to be safe than sorry. Yo-Yo now watching over his side of PRG, but RT though, he's getting flushed aside now. everybody will have to play in towards the middle eventually.
Zold.
They're taking their time though. Yo-Yo still has a grenade. He needs to lob it perfectly though, and Zane gets caught out.
Very nice.
Oh!
CF actually gets nailed as well from Yo-Yo. What a great assist coming from Robot, and he gets the finish. 3v2. Roro gets knocked off, but at the same time, he's going to get picked up as well with 2 more seconds. PRG Gaming, he needs to go for the push. Unfortunately, does not want to challenge the turn at PRG. He's going to be caught out in the open, and Yo-Yo will get the flank, and that's going to be a 3v1 situation. Zaki going to be all by himself, and that's going to be a very, very sticky one. He's trying to go in for a clutch. RT Man gets Thompson down low, but he's running out open, but eventually gets taken out by RT Man. But ladies and gentlemen, Boba will take game 1 against Briani, and with Yo-Yo as the MVP, we go game 1. Booyah,